I have my bachelor's in electrical engineering at IIT Bhilai, joined in 2016 and graduated in 20. So yeah, I have been I have started my PhD as a PhD student in computer science at Stony Brook University. I started in last fall 2020. So yeah, this is my second semester here. Because I'm still a student, I'm still in education. So professionally, there isn't much change, but although the intensity has changed. So yeah, I was a BTech honor student, so I used to do research along with my professor, and even now I'm doing courses and research. And socially, there is a lot. There is a lot of change. So we don't get that environment of our hostels anywhere. Yeah, that liveliness you won't get it anywhere. So yeah, I would say this place is a bit dry than our hostels. I have expected after coming here, we will enjoy more than what we have done before. Uh, since there will be a small perception to everyone, right? Once you move to US, you can start enjoying, you can party, etc., etc. If you are doing masters or PhD, no. You get to enjoy on weekends, but not every day. You will have a lot of coursework.
So,
I'm actually a teaching assistant here, so I need to spend 20 hours a week for TA. Courses, there is one course called operating systems. I'm spending like 10 hours a week. Not 10. 10 is very less, like 20 hours a week. And there is network security. I am not spending any time. One complete day I spend for that. Yeah. So that is easy. And remaining time I'm spending on my research project. So yeah, that takes a lot of time. Since the thing with research is that you don't have anything as a time limit. Whenever you get time, you do. You study. You study, you work. You study, you work. Whenever you get time. So what I am generally doing is like I used to follow this kind of timetable even when I was at IIT Bhilai. So Monday to Friday evening. No, Sunday to Friday evening, I keep my schedule tight. I do a lot of work. Then Saturday I enjoy. Friday evening and Saturday. Yeah, I keep Friday evening and Saturday empty in general. Yeah. Okay. That's what I do. This would be tough because I have got really good professors. In the first 2 years, there was a professor from IIT Hyderabad, electrical engineering, called G.V. Sharma. He used to help a lot. He used to give really good guidance. Even after that, I got my supervisor Arzad Alam Kirani. So he's a good. So for the research, I didn't have much to say because I got really good professors are really good. If you are into research, our professors are good. Go to them, talk to them. Yeah. And coming to the placements, I wish somebody has told us to my friends who were who wanted to get placed, uh, start coding immediately. Yeah.
okay.
And do competitive coding and keep your tools ready basically. So all these things are like tools. The more you practice, the more you have. You can work with them easily. Yeah. Research wise, talk to our profs. They you wouldn't find any much difficulty there. Yeah. This one, I would say these are very important. These are very important. I have hold many positions of responsibilities when I was at IIT Bhilai. So I used to be that kid who didn't speak much, and I used to be that kid who just smiles and walks by instead of talking, and I had stage fear and many other things. So like taking many POs in my first 2 years helped me to get good communication skills, and yeah, that helped me a lot in the last few years, because when you are into research, you need to be good at presentation. When you are into research, you need to be good at writing, because if you're publishing papers, your English needs to be good. And when you're presenting in conferences, people listen to you. Like everybody in the room listens to you. Yeah, and that's what have been happening with me right now. We have some types of courses called seminars. In seminars, students present basically. That's the complete course. Like, everybody presents. That's it. So in seminar courses, because of my communication skills, I would say I'm doing well there. And even with professors, I'm able to talk clearly what I want to say. And suppose I want to talk to a professor for a research project, say, like in my institute, you don't get your Ph.D. advisor right away. After you come here, you need to talk with professors and then decide. So if you lack communication skills, if you are afraid to talk with new people, then you're gone. Yeah. So, and coming to other overall character development, I would say it will make you think better. It's just like you need to be good at managing whatever you are doing. You need to be good at managing. So if you are holding a POR, you will be good at managing. You need to be good at managing. So then once you have that skills, you can apply that anywhere. My suggestion is, in your first 2 years, hold good PORs. Like be in good positions, try to know how to manage stuff. Like your first 2 years are basically getting your tools ready. Be it coding, be it anything. Keep your tools ready. Even management, I would say it's a tool. So yeah, you should have your tools ready in your first 2 years. Yeah. So the main thing what alumni brings to an institute is the network. The network is very important, because once your alumni interacts with companies, interacts with professors, and all that network comes into the institute's network basically. So right now, the network which I can get is into the research. So what generally happens, the networking in research is kind of different than the industry. Here, all we can contribute is the names and the area of interest, area of research. So I know the professors here who will be interested in this areas. So I can, like, if if you guys or someone approach me saying that I am interested in this area, I wanted to do an internship in my BTech, like after my third year, after my second year outside India, I'm ready to go outside India. So do you know anyone in your institute? Then I can say, like, for this area, this professor is good in my institute. You can try applying to him. He has openings like that. And also on top of that, since I am already here, I can see what people have done before. Like some people I have interacted with here, they have gone into some really good competitions in India, which help them boost their network. I'm talking about they are undergrads like us in Delhi, not IIT Delhi, another institute in Delhi. So yeah, they participated in really good competitions. They got really good positions, and because of that, they have way too awesome networks.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and that helped them get their PhD very easily. Yeah. Right after your BTech, if you think you are ready to commit your next 5 to 7 years into research, and you know that at some point you want a doctorate, you want to do research, then there's no point doing masters in between, unless you want to gain experience. That is it. But you, like, that kind of experience, I think you can also get from industry by working in a company. So yeah, after your BTech, if you want to do research and at some point you want a doctorate in your life, then go for PhD right away. Don't wait for masters. Yeah, and the main thing you were asking about the particular process, right? How to get PhD after BTech instead of masters. Yeah, you will have to have good research profile. You will have to publish some papers. You will have to have good academic background because you are going to study. So you need to be good at studies. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I would have got in other universities, Wisconsin, Madison, Maryland, UMass. In these places, I would have got masters. I did not choose them because I wanted to do PhD. Ivy League colleges need not be good in your area. Yeah, for US there is a website called US News, and on US News you can select computer science as the major. In that you will be able to see the ranking as per computer science. For PhD there is a website called csrankings.org, and csranking.org has really good database. So you will have even specific areas inside computer science. You can choose ML, you can choose computer networks, you can choose human computer interaction. Like very specific areas are also available on csrankings.org. So what csrankings.org does different from the US News is it looks at the research profiles.
Okay.
So in their database they have a list and links to all the professors, like very huge list, and their affiliated universities. Based upon the number of articles, number of papers, and their citations, based upon that, they give particular rankings to universities. If you're going for a PhD in US, and in computer science, use csrankings.org. Don't use anything else. Don't go to this Ivy League. They need not be good in your area. You might get stuck there. Again, it depends upon which year you are in. If you're in first year and you want to do a internship in a university, I would suggest you to develop tools. I mean, wherever you are going, I am sure the professor won't give you good project. They won't risk it on a first year student who has just recently completed his common courses, right? Yeah. So if you are going for an internship after your first year, you should develop your tools. So in the internship, you should develop tools. So there was this one professor I know who accepts even first year students, but by them he does not make them do projects. The first month, he just gives a lot of manuals. Like he has made many manuals about LaTeX, Python programming, NumPy, random processes, these kind of things. So like that professor makes first year student know all the tools. I would say like at the end, first year summer is for developing tools. Like make your knowledge widen. That is your first year target should be. So it doesn't matter wherever you're doing. It depends upon what kind of things you're going to do there after your first year. Yeah. And for second and third year, you should look at the professors. Okay. So yeah, the second and third years, like after your second year, you should be exploring your areas basically. So and unless you have a really good supervisor, internship supervisor, you won't be able to explore that area much. Like suppose you want to go to speech recognition or into voice speech processing. So you would want a professor who has worked in that area a lot. Doesn't matter if he's very popular or highly experienced or like that. He should be. It's actually tough to say, because unless you interact with the professor, you don't know with like what will be his attitude. So you are actually taking a gamble here. But for your third year internship, you should look at those professors who have contacts. So yeah, if you are going to do your masters and PhD, there you submit something called as recommendation letter. So when the admission committee looks at some ABC professor has given a recommendation letter, if they know that professor, then that recommendation letter will have a lot of value. Okay. And yeah, so that is one thing. And second thing is they can get you more opportunities. So the professor with more contacts will know which other researcher in their field has openings in their lab. One of my friends here, their professor know that here some X and Y professor is looking for PhD student, looking to take a PhD student in this area. So this professor told to their professor, and that professor told apply here, talk to this prof. That way your admission will be easier, number one. Number two, you will get good professors this way. So right now I don't, when I came here I don't know any prof. So I had to meet, interact with profs and then decide who is good, who is bad, like that. So if your internship professor already says talk to this prof, then for sure they know what they are saying. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So third year, generally try to get professors with a lot of contacts. You will of course have to do good work. Only then you will get the advantage. This is tough to say. Right now, I'm actually a TA for an undergraduate course. So I have been seeing the quality of students here and the tools they know. I would say our students know better. Small subset which behaves that way, but yeah, and academics wise and the atmosphere we have, that is good. We have really good atmosphere there. Yeah. Coming to the organization, how it works. Even there we are better. Here, every small department have independent autonomy, and it's all messed up. It took me like 1.5 months for my admission to be completely official. Office, go to that office, and this person mails them. Yeah. So there is a lot of autonomy here. So organization-wise, we are better. Yeah. And coming to the type of projects, I am not sure exactly what is the current state of other professors in our institute. Like right here, professors, not just professors, even students, people try to get the problem statement from the industry. Like the thing with industry is they know what they need. For a research statement, they will reply back with a problem statement that whose solution is important to them. So in India, I have seen if you have a habit of looking at papers on IEEE Explore or some places, you can see there are papers which make their own problem and solve it. Those kind of things you can clearly avoid if there are projects from the industry. They give the problem, not the solution can be applied somewhere. The thing is, if you have really good tools till your second year, then in your third year you should experiment. Projects in different areas from professors. If you want, try machine learning, like everybody does that. Try machine learning. If you want, you should try networks. You might want to try computer architecture. You might want to try algorithms. The thing is, keep your tools ready till your second year. If you get a chance to experiment, do it. But after, like at the end of your second year, your tools should be very, very good, so that whenever you are experimenting, you won't lack anything. Okay. So suppose you want to do some project on networking. Okay. Unless you know socket programming well, unless you know programming well, you can't do socket programming, right? So if you start learning socket programming in your third year, then you won't have time. If you won't have time to do stuff. So what I would say is, if you get if you get opportunity to experiment in the second year or first year, then it's good. Otherwise, invest time to develop your tools. Experiment, like take some area, like somebody could be talking about it beside you, your friends or some professor. So just pick up that area, try to read about it, try to do some project. If you're liking it, go carry on. If you don't like it, change. Even it happened with me, like after my second year, I was doing an internship in speech separation, like signal processing and speech processing. So it was good. I did like it. But I did not like the machine learning part of my project. I did not find it much attractive, because for me it looked like it's a black box. You don't know what's happening inside. You're pushing something in, you are getting something out. So since it looked like a black box to me, I didn't like it much. So I made a jump. Went to the good area. And one more thing that plays a major role is the professor. So if you are with a really good professor, no matter whichever area you like, he will make you like his area. If professor is good, then he will make it happen. Yeah. That's what happened with me. Yeah. See, this is a very difficult thing to answer. At the end, if you're going for masters, at the end you're going to get a job. Okay, that is your final aim. And even right now, you're going to do a job. The thing is, do you want to learn more? If you want to learn more, you go for higher studies. Like, how should I say this? See, at the end of your BTech, are you ready? Do you think you just want to end the studies here? Of course, even after going to the company will make you learn new stuff. One thing I would suggest, if you are planning for a master's or a PhD, do it immediately. Okay? Unless you have some other burdens. Even like with burdens, even my brother, he did his undergrad in computer science, and then he went for masters. So I have seen his friends. Many of them, they have done 1 or 2 years of job, then they go for masters.
Okay.
I'm sure even the people who are going to job, they are going to do higher studies. At some point, you would want to do masters, because you might want to learn more. So irrespective, if you're going for a job, like for burden or due to burdens, then make a plan for higher studies, like after 2 years, after 3 years, because like 3 years of industry experience, and you put a lot in your bag, so you don't need to worry much. That bag will handle the burdens. Yeah. So for the people who are going to job, definitely plan for masters. And if you don't have burdens, then why don't you want to go for higher studies? Because unless you want to stop learning, kind of a personal choice. Like it varies a lot. There is no definite response. Yeah. I never got DAC. I never got a warning or anything. They, they want to discipline everyone. They want to make sure their rules are right. So don't try to interfere. Like like whatever they want. Don't try to touch those rules. Just follow them. You can do a lot more stuff with following them. What I generally do if I'm going to take long leaves, ऐसा rule है ना हमारे पास. We have
9 days.
Go to the UGC, write a letter, put your reason. Yeah, it should work. Yeah. Put your reason. It should work. And like, what else do you get DAC for? I do. I have seen many times. Yeah, there are which I can't say out loud. Most of this the CC lab incidents used to happen in last 2 years, like 2019 and 20. I got lab access to electrical lab. The happy moments are with mostly my supervisor. Like last 2 years, I only remember my supervisor a lot because every day I see him, every day I interact with him, and he's a great person. So, like Arzad used to be very friendly, and any questions you ask, like even outside the project, so he gives really good suggestions. I would suggest they should start learning C language. C language is the best. So, learn C language from Tutorials Point. Tutorials Point has really good articles. So, start practicing from Tutorials Point C language. For CSE and electrical, whatever it is, learn C language, learn programming. Okay. Unless you are targeting some core electrical jobs in future, which I think are scarce. Unless that you want to learn programming, you would want to learn programming. Yeah.
Sure.
So start with C, then jump to Python. Python would help you understand how to use packages. Then install Ubuntu. Okay. Give some 50 GB for Ubuntu, even if you are using SSD or hard disk. Give 50 GB for Ubuntu. You would need it in future. Have some 8 GB swap, and install Ubuntu. Do that, and try to do your everyday job on Ubuntu. That will make everything easy. I would say they could have conducted a virtual convocation and have one real convocation later. Like what costs virtual virtual convocation doesn't cost you anything, right? I hope it happens soon. Otherwise, some of my batchmates may come with their kids.